You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KCCZ LP Conroe and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Good morning, everybody. Got my boogie woogie going on. Got my bright orange shirt on. I'm looking good today. Good morning, Montgomery County. It's Thursday morning. It's beautiful. The sun's shining. Dick Schisler has a grin from ear to ear. My special going forward guest co-host, who will be in here periodically with me, and some days when I'm off, is here. She has got a grin from ear to ear. She is shining. And I forgot to say this yesterday. I got to say it today. Whether you live in Splendora, New Caney, Cut and Sheet, New Waverly, Willis, Magnolia, Montgomery, the Woodlands, Tamina. Jake the intern used to call it Tamina. We had to slap him around a little bit. The city of Conroe, or every dead-gum place in between, all the way to worldwide. We thank you for tuning in. We thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. Where do you find it, Kristi? You find it on FM 104.5, and what else? 106.1, that's right. Her microphone was off. And when you go on to your computer at home or at work, where else can you find it? Anybody know that? That's right, www.irlonestar.com. Now, I want you to tune in every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday and listen to my show, not because it's about me, but because it's all about you. But there are incredible other talk shows and radio, DJ, music shows. Nancy's showing up. Thanks for showing up late, Nancy. We just called you out on the air. Anyway, and there's so much more information, community information, not just for Conroe, but for all of Montgomery County, for anybody. And that's kind of what today is about. Today, we're going to talk with Fearless Boxing, a gym that is so... Well, the gym needs to be closer to my heart so I can lose this belly, okay, and get in better shape. But what the gym does, what the people there do for the community, for the young men and women, for the old men and women, and the way that they give back is insane. It's incredible. So that's kind of like the main topic that we're going to have for a while today. But that's not the whole hour. The whole hour, generically speaking, is going to be what's going on in the community, what events are coming up, what's going down. I want to get some different perspectives. I want Kristi to have her perspective on a few things. Nancy, everybody calls her Mama, Wagoner, her perspective on a few things too. So it's going to be kind of a hodgepodge, but we're going to focus in the first half hour for about 10 or 12 minutes on the Fearless Boxing, what it does and stuff like that. So before we take that short little break we always do and dive into that, here's a couple of things that I want to talk about. Somebody reached out to me this morning, Julia DeClaris. Thank you so much for reaching out to me.
I love Julia.
Yeah, She's awesome. By the way, why don't you say hi? Say good morning.
Good morning. Hi, this is Kristi. Glad to be here this morning.
Good to have you. She's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So Julia reached out to me and wanted me to help promote a Kool-Aid stand. Some kind of Kool-Aid stand that was going on over at the very end of research down in the Woodlands area. And there's going to be a GoFundMe page, or it's already been set up. There's a blog about the family. And so what I'm going to tell you, the family is seeking, first of all, your love, your prayers, your support. That's more than anything. Because with that, they'll feel good. They'll be able to tackle the daily stresses and issues of their life. And with your prayer, God will send what they need. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your money. Maybe it's your time. Maybe it's doing this. Maybe it's sharing it. Okay? Well, then she found out the Kool-Aid stand was yesterday, so she missed it. It was going to be at the end of research in Brand's Crossing. But here's what's going on, man. And I went online and I saw the family, and one of the family members friended me already. We've got a 4-year-old little girl, and her name is Grace, and she's got Down syndrome, and she's got a severe heart defect. Just in the past week, she had major open heart surgery.
Oh, wow.
And so she's beautiful. Whenever I find this blog and get more information, Montgomery County Lifestyle will share these pictures. She is sunshine. She is pure I'm looking at this picture. Look at this.
Oh, look at that beautiful smile.
Folks, when you get to see this, you're going to just melt. Her name is Grace. Down syndrome, heart defect. Oh, my God, she's gorgeous. There's God in that smile. That is Jesus coming out of that smile. I don't care what you say. That is. Then she's got a brother, Andrew, who's got an extremely rare, and I don't want to say the term aggressive because we've been going back and forth with quick little texts, but it's not a good thing, form of cancer. He's got a crew of doctors like in Michigan or Minnesota or something. Maybe I'm thinking Minnesota. Maybe I know that there's another Mayo Clinic there. Maybe that's it. I don't know what's going on there. I'm just finding this out. And then they've got an older daughter, just a little bit older, that quote unquote is normal. Normal meaning no major health issues or emotional or educational, what I'm trying to say. Whatever. So that's tough, man. Can you imagine that on a family?
It's a lot for a family.
Can you imagine that? And can you imagine being the older sister/daughter who the world revolves around these two? Mm-hmm. But I'm looking at, and they sent me this stuff. They wanted me to see this, that the older daughter is at a camp and she's got war paint on, Indian war paint, and she's having a blast. And they really didn't think that she'd be having fun. And I don't know all that reason why. And then Andrew, he's at a church camp today. And again, for whatever reason, they didn't think he'd be there because he's in 24/7 incredible pain, supposedly. And so they're just saying, God is good. This is awesome. And then, of course, the husband made the mom go have girls' night out the other night. What happened on girls' night out stays on girls' night out because she never gets to do it. So that's what I wanted to lead in. There's a lot we're going to talk about. But, folks, just if you pray, you don't have to type anything out. You don't have to tell the world you're doing it. It could be 5 words. Think about this family. When we find out about the GoFundMe and all that and blow it out on Montgomery County Lifestyle, if you feel called to get involved, get involved. If nothing else, would you just share it? Can this be one of those things that Montgomery County Lifestyle, myself, my friends, supporters, and fans look at and say, my God, that post blew up. It went viral. Not because of us, but because of who we can touch when we do that. So pay attention for that. So Julia, thank you for reaching out. Kristi, I think your name is Kristi, is the mom. Thank you for sharing this story. And your daughter is beautiful. We are going to blow this up for you if we can. If we don't do anything but just people pray for you, please don't hold that against me. But we're going to at least get a lot of people praying for your family and thinking about your family. And thank you for trusting us. Thank you for trusting Julia to reach out to us. So now, before we take a quick break, I got to say hi to Kendall. Kendall was my one feather friend, and her last baseball game was Saturday, and I got to go watch it, and she was so cool. I posted pictures. She's got little pink socks. She got a pink helmet. But she's bad, man. Let me tell you what. She hit that ball a couple of times and crushed it. And then she gets on base, and she puts her little hands on her hips, little prissy little thing, just like her daddy. You know who her daddy is? Jason Weehot. He's prissy, don't you think? Yeah, whatever. That's like calling Randy Roan prissy, huh? Randy Roan, how you doing? Yeah, my name's Randy Roan. All right, folks, we're going to take our short little break. Dick's over there looking at me like I'm an idiot. And when we come back, we're going to talk about fearless boxing. We're going to talk about stuff in general. So go grab some friends, grab some coffee, grab some tea, and come on back. Lone Star Community Radio.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Oh, man, we are back, Boogie Woogie. I'm laughing because I just got told somebody was nervous, and this person is never nervous. Nancy Wagner's in the studio. She's looking at me like, why'd you call me out? Because I love you, and I can, okay? Nancy Wagner helps run Fearless Boxing. Nancy Wagoner has got a background, a corporate background, but she's got a loving background. She's just been a lover of people and giver of herself. But then there's the part of Nancy Wagoner, if you go to Fearless Boxing, and if you're an old dude like me, and you got a belly that you never used to have, and you want to get in shape, oh my God, she will kick your freaking butt. There's other trainers there that motivate me, and Augustine motivates me because I don't want to disappoint him. Here's a young dude, 20, 21, 22 years old, and he motivates me to push myself just because I don't want to disappoint him because he's such a good dude. But Nancy, first of all, I don't want to disappoint Nancy. I love Nancy. Second of all, she's a woman. I'm going to let a woman, what, you can't hit harder? What, you can't? Come on, a girl's going to call me out? That's not supposed to happen, right, Dick? A girl's not supposed to call you out. And then lastly, she's just freaking a beast, man. She doesn't take excuses. No, look at her. Oh, now she's coming out of her shell. If you guys could see the faces she's making now, she is calling me out. So, but she's nervous today, and I know why she's nervous. She's nervous because what we're going to talk about for a while is a passion, and she doesn't want to mess up or miss anything. And I know what that feels like. I never get nervous when I'm the one doing this stuff, but if you turn the tables, which Kristi's going to be doing on me pretty soon, she's going to be interviewing me. We're going to switch the tables around.
You can join me. We'll have fun.
Oh, God. We need to make that a 3-day event.
Let's do this.
Yeah, but I get to look at who the interviewers. There's a lot of people here that I don't want to. No comment. No comment. No comment. So, Nancy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell everybody a little bit about you real quick. Every time you come on, I want the people that, because we got new listeners each time. Who's Nancy?
It's me.
Give me a little background.
Been in Conroe all my life. Started school here, ended school here, married here, married a Wyoming boy. Both my boys graduated from Conroe High. Volunteered probably 23 years total. Did volunteer work. I've worked in corporate world, in oil companies, stuff like that, hospitals. I worked ICU, CCU for a while as a tech. But my heart is in volunteer work. I love to volunteer.
What is it about that you love so much?
It's just the giving. It's just the giving. I love to give. I love people. I love to let people know that somebody's there, somebody believes in them, and somebody's always behind their back.
Kristi's, you guys are kindred spirits, so, I mean, jump in, ask questions, go for it. I mean, anything like that, because I know that I see you looking at her, and I know what's going through your brain. It's like, me too, me too.
Well, I think it's whenever you kind of have that seed that's inside of you, you can never find enough outlets to give back. And
there's never enough time in the day, is there?
No, there's never not. And so, when I meet people like Nancy who have that same calling to give back, I'm always so interested in their stories because there are so many ways that people can find a way to plug into their communities and to give back. And I think what you are doing is not only unique, but so vitally important to what we need in our community and communities all across the country. And I think giving a new kind of outlet for those that may not want to go, work a festival or may not have a full Saturday to give to something. There are ways that they can give back that's inside their comfort zone. And I'd love for you to tell them more about what you do and how y'all do it.
I mean, just a simple hug can make somebody's day.
Yeah,
a smile, a hello.
What are the two words that you kind of make your personal mission statement, so to speak?
My hashtag is just love.
Hashtag just love.
The world needs more love.
We were talking about the Fearless Boxing mission statement the other day, and they want to revisit it. Well, they are going to revisit it, and they want to revamp it. And so when I'm talking to Nancy, she's like, I want it to be just love. And, on one hand, there's nothing wrong with that because there's no book that says it's got to be a certain way. However, it might need to be a little more because it's a mission statement, but we agree, and I agree with her. Just love has got to be in there. Mm-hmm. It's got to be in there because that's what motivates you, drives you. And I've seen the eyes of those kids. I've seen them. I've seen them look at me. My God. And I'm just a goofball, man. You should see it. It's incredible.
I believe certain people have certain marks. A lot of people get tattoos that they want on their body. Never had a tattoo. But I believe God marked me with a heart on my right
Oh, wow.
hand to remind me daily just to love.
Wow.
Never hate, just to love. That's what I try to do.
Wow. Well, it's working because I've told you a little bit. My dad's going to be calling me or texting me in a little bit. We might be having a lunch meeting today. If not, he's trying to set it up with Judge Watson and the other gentleman there at the courthouse that has to do with a lot of the, he's over whatever program that has to do with the juveniles. Mm-hmm. And some of these juveniles, they're not killers, they're not murderers. But if we don't fix them now, they will be, some of them. Or they'll just be losers, so to speak. Now, I'm not saying in their hearts they're going to be losers, but I'm saying that they're going to act out a life of losing, and they're going to take others down with them. So they're going to look at the opportunities of how they can court order some of their juveniles as part of their probation to come to Fearless Boxing and to be a part of the staff, so to speak, as far as doing some work, cleaning, keeping things in order, but also working out, having to do some kind of a regimen, some kind of a, here's where you're at, here's where we're going to go, so that they learn the discipline and they learn the build the confidence. But then what you and I know, and because you've taught me and all the people there have taught me, but then they also get a sense of family. Because a lot of them, I'll go see my dad sometimes and sit there. He puts me in the jury box, and everybody looks at me like I'm in trouble. It's so funny. They look at me like I'm either in trouble or I'm important. Either way. And then there's bailiffs around me, so they must think I'm in trouble. But it's so sad to watch some of these kids come up there. You see the moms and dads begging for forgiveness, but then you find out it's the 10th time they've begged for forgiveness. So who's failing here? Are the parents failing? Maybe not. Maybe they really are trying. But who wouldn't fight for the kid not to go to prison? And then you see some of them show up and there's no parent there. Yeah. And so you wonder, are they, well, what's the deal? We don't know what that is. So you guys might be on the cutting edge, ground floor of a new pilot program of changing some of these kids around.
I do hope so. And I think one of the worst statements in being in, because I worked for the school district for a little while as a sub, one of the worst statements I ever hear a parent make, and it bothers me. They always tell their kids, you don't want to hang with this group because this group does X, Y, and B. You don't want to hang with them because you are who you hang with. Well, I always look at it. If they think that group can turn their child bad, why don't they believe enough in their child that child can turn that group good? Because I've seen it happen.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm going to go with that. I see that. I agree with you. However, I got to throw in, but if that child's not strong enough yet, maybe that's why the parent's doing that, or maybe that kid needs to get stronger before they do. But I get your point. The point is, if that kid's strong enough, and if that kid's raised right and has the right support, they should be able to go change that.
Exactly.
Wow. It's kind of deep in here today. I didn't realize how deep we were going to get.
It is. Well, and I think, in this day and age that we live in with kids, they have information. There's so much, even more temptation and so many more issues that they're dealing with that we didn't have to deal with as kids. And I think taking a different kind of approach and showing them that they're loved and that somebody's willing to invest their time and love in them, the difference that it can make can be really monumental and life-changing, and not just for the kids, but for the adults, the mentors that become involved too.
Exactly.
I just coughed without turning my microphone off. That's not nice. Well, I remember one thing too, though, and I don't know why it just hit me. Had a pastor in Jacksonville, Mac Brunson, and one of his huge sayings, and he wrote a small little book about it, hurting people hurt people. And that's what we need to remember. A lot of times that person that acts out, that person that says something, does something, sometimes they're a butthead, and they're the devil, and they're Lucifer, and we know they're Lucifer, and they're always going to be Lucifer. And then sometimes they're just hurting. Maybe they really are hurting physically. Maybe there's an ailment. Or maybe they've just been abused, whether it's sexually, physically, or just emotionally through their life, or their marriage, or their job. And so sometimes the way to defer that hurt on themselves is to put it on somebody else.
Well, and it's like the saying goes, you never know what somebody is really going through. You don't know what all issues people are dealing with. So, you should always just love. Just love.
Wow. So I'm going to have to start hashtagging that and just see what it does. What do you think?
I love it.
I knew what you'd say. So let's talk real quick about a few things going on with Fearless Boxing. Father's Day in the gym. That's something new I didn't know about that. Father's Day is June 17th. What day is that?
It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
Father's Day is actually June 18th.
Sunday.
We're going to do it the day before on a Saturday.
Okay. So guys that have never been a father, like me, can I still be a part of it?
Absolutely.
Okay. June 17th, Father's Day in the gym. You're partnering with North Star Church of the Woodlands. And it's so cool to see this name, Roderick Williams. He's a dude I met years ago when I was working for a nonprofit. Good dude. Good dude. Then he found out about March Madness, and he's like, dude, I want to be there. So he showed up with a posse of people that day, too.
Yes, he did.
And it's so cool because he wasn't like showing up to get free tickets and stuff. He wanted to pay and do everything. He just
wanted to help.
He wanted to help. Mm-hmm. So he brought a posse, and a couple of the guys he brought, Kristi, they were like mountains. There was one dude that was like 6'6", 300 pounds or something, man. He almost looked like Officer Willis, but it wasn't. So tell us about Father's Day in the gym.
Father's Day in the gym. We're looking to do like hot dogs, hamburgers, just feed everybody that comes free of charge. We'll have a donation bucket there if anybody wants to donate. But it's just to incorporate the fathers and their sons and daughters or men that mentor children to come in and just have a day of training. Work out, enjoy the gym, train together, learn to live healthy together, and just do something different.
So you and I will talk. Do we have an event page? Let's build an event page. We'll build it by tomorrow, you and me.
Okay.
And that's my promise to you. We'll build it. I'll build it. You'll tell me what to do. So what we want is we want the fathers to bring their families or just their kids if it's not a spouse.
Right.
And work out and have fun and eat.
And just have fun and eat.
Okay. We want the kids to maybe surprise Dad.
Sure.
And say, hey, I'm going to take you to a free party, Dad.
Yep.
And whether they stay for an hour or 4 hours, that's whatever's up to them. But it's going to go on. What are the times?
From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
And we'll extend it if we have to. I mean, it just depends on the crowd. If they come, how much food we wind up with. And we just want to feed everybody and just have fun.
And it's not about sparring. It's about working out, hitting a bag, doing jump ropes. It's about laughing and joking.
It's about being together.
It's about being together.
Being family.
Okay, so if you need to work out, want to work out, what a fun thing to do. What a fun thing to pick on each other and play and stuff like that. But if nothing else, just come hang out.
Just come out and have a burger, have a hot dog, something. Just be together.
And it's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and it's free.
And it's free.
Okay, so if you want to know more information about it, look up Fearless Boxing on the Facebook page. It's 1214D South Fraser. But I'll be posting that out. We'll be looking for an event page, and I'll blow that. So go to Fearless Boxing page right now. Like it. Follow it. And let's go ahead and throw this out there because we'll be taking the half-hour break in a minute. God, we just see how we get carried away. If people want free tickets to this weekend's Taco, Tequila, Margarita Festival, they can come to Fearless Boxing, and they can get free tickets.
Yes.
And all we want them to do, and we're not going to make them, but we're going to ask them, we would like them to like and follow the Fearless Boxing Facebook page to get 2 free tickets per person.
We're talking tacos here, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tacos.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Tacos.
I mean, because there's tequila and margaritas that I could care less. I want the tacos.
Tacos.
And there's a kids zone.
Yeah.
And there's music.
Kids love tacos too.
Los Carnales is the music and some other people. So it's not a liquor fest, even though if that's what you like, you can have it. It's what?
Tacos.
What else do you think they'll be there?
Tacos.
If I like tacos, do you think I could get some good tacos?
Probably.
Wow.
Yeah. I'd be willing to place a bet.
So
on that.
what do you think I should eat when I go down there?
Definitely tacos. Every day should be Taco
Tacos.
Tuesday.
There
Every
you
day. Every day. Doesn't matter.
You got some Mexican in you, huh?
Ah, man, you know.
Orale, Holmes. Now's when you go, Vatos Locos Forever, Holmes. Okay.
Don't get me started.
So we're going to be taking that short little break that we always do. And when we come back, we're going to talk in general for a little bit. I want to talk about, I want Nancy to help us talk about general stuff. Then we're going to come back and end with Montgomery County Fight Night.
Woohoo!
Yes, sir.
Fearless Boxing, their second show of the year, and it's going to be freaking off the chain. 30-plus fights, amateurs, 8 years old up to old people like James Roy Reyna, coming out of retirement. 51-year-old dude.
Wow.
And he's fighting a dude that's a whole lot bigger than him. But James says he's fast.
He's got it.
He says he floats like a butterfly.
Stings like a bee.
But he ain't pretty like me. Oh, Orelejon, got that one. So, folks, we're going to take that break. Dick's going to take us over to it. You're listening to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate on Lone Star Community Radio, and we're going to be right back.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Alrighty, folks, we are back. Nathan Arrazate. You're listening to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate. That's the name of the show. It's on Lone Star Community Radio. I've been saying that a lot lately, and that's because I want to change the name. I need your help. I want to get my name off of it. I don't want to brand it my name. People tell me I need to. I don't know. I'd like to keep Montgomery County Lifestyle in there. I just don't know that I want my name. So be thinking about that. Somebody said Montgomery County Lifestyle Talk Radio. I like that, except we're also TV. We're on Channel 12 Suddenlink. We are on Our City TV. All the shows are, not just me. Lone Star Community Radio. So I don't want to just say talk radio. Then somebody said Montgomery County Talk. I see it. Montgomery County Talk. Kind of like coffee talk, wine talk. Doesn't hit me. Somebody said the Montgomery County Lifestyle Hour. I kind of like that. So I don't know. So be thinking about it. What do you guys think? Anything?
So many options. So many options.
What do you think? Got to think about it?
Think about it.
Gotta think about it.
Show.
The Boudreaux. Well, Boudreaux might have his own segment. So here's what I'm going to go with. Here's what I'm going to dive in. Here's on my list, guys. Remember I told you we're going to talk about stuff in general? We're fixing to just rapid fire through some stuff because I want some opinions.
Let's go.
One of the things I have on there is eventually I would like to go to more days a week. Right now, I need to take care of what I got, right? I need to bring you, the community, the best content I can bring you, the community. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 11 to 12. So I'm focusing on that right now, knowing what I'd like to do. But there's no sense in me doing it if I don't bring you the content. If there's no reason for you to tune in. And also, folks, let's be honest here. I don't want to do a telethon, okay? Sit in public broadcasting. But I could use some sponsors. I'm looking for Spirit of Texas Bank. I'm looking for Consolidated. I'd love to have Wiesner or Buckaloo. I would love to have Lindsay over there at More Supply. I'd love to have Jenna and Tommy over there at Conroe Door, maybe. Super Blue. Friends of Conroe. I'm throwing out names, and here's why I'm throwing them out. I'm not calling you out. You don't need to respond, and you don't, this isn't to put you on the spot. I want those kind of businesses sponsoring my show because those businesses give back to the community. There's certain people, if they walked up and said, hey, I want to be a sponsor, I'd have to say, give him his cut and don't give me mine because I don't, if you're not part of the community, if you're not real, I don't want your name on me and I'm not going to put my name on you. I wouldn't put you in that spot. So those are some of the people. Woodforest Bank, God, that's a bank. First Financial Bank. There's pretty much all these local banks that I would kill to have you sponsor this show because you are about the community. And I said Wiesner, they've always been a great company, but man, I've just recently become friends with Fallon and Lauren. Aren't they a hoot?
Yes, they're great.
They're a hoot,
They're great.
man. If you're listening, Lauren, I know Fallon's probably up taking a deep sleep in Dallas somewhere, eating her little macaroons from Conroe Coffee. But she did come up with the Sweet Treats meet and greet. And Lauren, that's just a good crew over there.
Yeah.
So
There are a lot of really great people in this
oh
community.
man,
And I think this is what your show is about. It's giving people access to people maybe that they haven't met before,
right.
or maybe they had a preconceived notion. We have a lot of community leaders and social activists in this community that are so approachable, but people have an image of them where they're not. And this this is Montgomery County. This is where I grew up. This is where you grew up, and Nancy too. And you know, there's some really great, amazing characters around here, and I think you give an outlet for people to get to know them.
Well, that's what we want to do, and that's what's cool. That's what Lone Star Community Radio, separately, they're the parent, they're the big daddy. That's what they want to do. And then you got the city of Conroe that says, oh man, we want to be like other cities. We want to do this. So the two go together. And then I'm sitting here going, holy bedgum, gosh darn, golly gee, that's what I want to do. So it's awesome. You know, it's like a perfect storm, the three coming together, with me being the hyper one, you know. But I bring that up because I've reached out to a few people, and it was really funny because Dick's the one that planted the seed in my head. And folks, it's just a perfect example. It's so basic. And I mean this. Why didn't I think of this? It's just marketing, public relations, relationship building, content marketing 101. He's like, you need to reach out to certain people who have a reason that they would love themselves or their clients or their friends or their buddies or their circle to be on community radio. I'm like, oh my gosh. And that's why Kristi Leggett is going to be my guest co-host. Occasionally she'll be sitting in with me to help interview people. And then there's going to be times where she's just going to take over and I'm not going to be here and she's going to do it because she's got that circle. She's got those friends and she's got the heart. And that's why. And there's one other guy that wants to do it and he's got that circle and he's got that heart. But he's got to fix a few things and get some timing, and we'll see if we'll bring him in or not. But it looks like we're going to have a veterans event one day, one specific day of the month, every month, and Gary Buckaloo and some other people are going to help me do that. And they're going to bring different stories. Like yesterday's radio show was incredible, not because of me, because of Gary and Brandon.
Gary's a great guy.
Isn't he?
Gary's a great guy.
And, he loves you.
I've been just absolutely blessed to be a part of that organization. It's his
CS
calling.
Ministries.
Yeah, it's his calling, his vision, you know, and what God is leading him to do. And he's changing lives.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm going to back up for a minute, and here I'm going to say this, and this is who I'm trying to bring on the show, and I'm trying to, and I challenge anybody to ever call me out if they see me change. It's not about us. We are so lucky. We do get to be the voice and the face. And so we do get that publicity, so to speak. But it's about using that to talk about somebody else, to give somebody else the limelight. You know, it's not about me going to 800 events a week and taking selfies and making sure I get to be seen that I was there. Yeah, that's fun sometimes. And lately I've had people take my camera away. We got a picture. We've had one or two pictures recently that we've never had before. You know, but that's kind of funny and fun too. You know, Debbie Glenn grabbed the camera the other day. She goes, you need to be in a picture. You're never in the picture. And she took a great picture of me and a friend Marcina. So that's fun, but it's not about us. God will send it to us if we do the right thing, right? So he's going to be doing one. I've just talked to Janet Casper, Community Youth Outreach. She's going to bring us a show, a special segment, let's say, of Montgomery County Lifestyle. One day a month, and it's going to be a specific day every month, and we're going to talk about some of the programs, some of the nonprofit programs for mainly kids in need and homeless and stuff like that in Montgomery County. And then we've talked about it. Melanie Shuttle has talked about it from the political side, bringing some candidates and some things like that, but not just political. Also businesses, the public relations side, the marketing side of it, and then just her circle of friends. She's got a huge circle. So she might bring a plumber on. I don't know. But it's them bringing stuff so that we have a constant flow and consistent flow. And quite honestly, it really helps me to build what I want to build for the community. So I need that. So that was kind of an announcement I was going to do. Kristi.
Yes.
Do you know anything about the July 4th fireworks out at the lake?
I'm guessing it's going to be beautiful and loud.
Do you know who puts that on every year?
I believe it is the CVB.
Nope.
No.
Close. I think you know what they sponsor? They help.
Okay.
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce. But CVB helps them. You're right there, kind of thing. July 4th fireworks. Look at Montgomery County Lifestyle or go to the Chamber of Facebook page to get some information about that. They need some sponsors. They give you tons of love. I'll be helping to give some of that love as well through Montgomery County Lifestyle to those sponsors.
Well, and what's more American on the 4th of July than fireworks?
And it's and the best viewing is out there at the lake, and it's not open to the public. I don't know how that works out. Maybe you need to find somebody who's, a premier sponsor or something.
Yeah.
And get some free tickets. Don't be looking at me like that. I'm not connected. Nancy's like,
neither.
hook me up, man. We'll go get the cheap seats somewhere. What else are we going to talk about here? We've got, wanted something, Cooking for Courage. The Tough Foundation has reached out to me. I missed an appointment yesterday because I put it on the wrong day. I get to talk to Gary. It looks like Montgomery County Lifestyle might be partnering with them to help them promote their huge. I didn't know this. It's the second largest barbecue cook-off in Montgomery County.
Mm-hmm.
They've got 90-something teams.
Yeah.
And you're looking at me like, Fearless is talking about getting a team, aren't they?
Yep.
So I need to hook you up with her and find out about getting a team out there. Yep. But we'll be talking to Gary next week.
Great.
Gary is a woman, Gari, Gary Lynn. She is a very attractive, very smart, intelligent woman. And why did I throw out attractive? Because she used to build bombs over in the sandbox in Afghanistan and live in a tent and do the down and dirty sandbox, I'll kill you kind of Air Force stuff.
Cool.
And then you look at her now and you're like, oh my God, she's gorgeous. Yeah. Well, she used to like help people go kill the bad guy.
That's right.
With bombs. That's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
So we'll be bringing you a whole bunch about that. It's all for a great cause, a great organization, a great nonprofit. Let me see here. I brought some stuff I was going to read, but I'm not going to read that. Charlie Riley is helping to, he's commissioner, has got a fundraiser this weekend, not for him, but for the Friends of Texas Wildlife.
Yeah.
You know anything about them?
I'd read a little bit about it, and I hate that I'm not going to be here to support that organization because they do some wonderful things here in our area too, and really a great opportunity to learn more about them for the general public too.
Yep.
I think they're going to even bring some animals out there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are animals that can never go back in the wild. They've been damaged somehow, and they rehabilitate them, whether it's an owl, whether it's an eagle, whether it's a raccoon. We actually rescued some 2-week-old baby raccoons from my dad's house a couple of years ago, and they couldn't get to, no one could come rescue them for like a day or two. So they told us we had to, what to go get at Walmart and how to feed them every 3 hours. Then we had to rub their little bellies and make them pee and poop. We had to make them.
Oh, wow.
We had to, because if you don't, they're going to
Yeah.
bloat and whatever. And the mama would lick them and push them and teach their little bodies how to pee and poop.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, every 3 hours we wake up, we feed them, we wait 10 minutes.
Glad
and
I
we make
didn't have
them
to
pee
do
and
that with my kids.
poop. Oh, can you
That would have
imagine
been awkward.
Is that going to happen to us when we get to be 80 years old? Come on, Nathan. This is Nurse Roberta. We need you to pee and poop. That's not a visual we needed to bring up on there. There's the Johnson family benefit coming up this Saturday as well. That is the family that lost the 3 children in the fire down in Tamina. Montgomery County Lifestyle will share that. So go look at Montgomery County Lifestyle and we'll share that. I don't know exactly where it is or what it is, but be looking for it. Family lost 3 kids. And then the mom's burned up, the grandpa's burned up.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing. It's a bad thing.
Just love.
Yeah. So
Just love.
what we're going to do now, are we going to take another break before we go, Dick? Are we okay? We're good. Thank you. Dick is the boss. It's so cool. Dick is like the general manager. He's the owner. He's the engineer. And I think he has to do the toilet cleaning and take out the trash and stuff too. Yeah. So if we have an intern out there that wants to intern and learn how to be a janitor, Lone Star Community Radio is taking you. All right. So here's what I want to do then. Let's dive back into Fearless Boxing. What do you think?
Sounds great to me.
And here's what I want you to do. I know all about them. I want you to dive into them and tear them up and find out about them. Tell our listeners about them.
Okay. Well, tell me, I know a little bit about what the premise, y'all, have great workout programs and everything too, but about how you, help these kids that come in and they're looking for that family feeling.
Just welcome them with open arms. They come in, it's pretty basic. It's no contracts. We don't make them feel like it's a business. We make them feel like it's a family. It's their home. They come in, we train them, we find out a little bit about them. We let them know our rules about passing school, no bullying, respecting their parents.
Well, I would guess too that summertime is a big time to give these kids, a purpose, something to do, someplace to go.
Yes, and we do have a summer camp coming up next week.
Great.
It's Warriors for Christ.
Oh, great.
It's hosted by Denise Garcia. She does Bible study with the kids, plus a workout, teaches them nutrition, takes them swimming, and just,
Fun.
Yeah.
So when is that going on, or do y'all still have some openings available?
Yes,
Do you know?
there's openings still available. I don't have her number on there, but
That's okay.
We'll post it. They can go to Fearless
Yeah.
Boxing Facebook page,
right.
Yeah.
or I'll post it on Montgomery County Lifestyle. I got a lot of posting to do this afternoon.
Yes.
I usually do it between 6 and 10 o'clock at night. So be looking for that this
Yeah.
evening.
Yes. And just like this weekend, we're volunteering for the Taco Tequila Festival.
Great.
We have 25 plus volunteers. We're
Oh, wow.
We're a 501c3. We always ask for help, but we're always willing to give help back to
That's
the community.
great. Yeah.
We put the groups together. We put people that think they're not wanted in areas. We put them in there, and they do great.
Yeah.
Show them they are wanted.
See, and it's so great too because it's giving them opportunities, giving the other outside community opportunity to meet them,
Right.
and it's just making those connections that otherwise may not be possible.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have like special needs kids that come in there.
Oh my God. I got to jump in on this one.
Do it.
No,
Do
I
it.
do. She
Do it.
showed me a little video, and she texted me last night because he was there and I didn't get to go up there. And you can explain him, but there's a kid that no one thought that he could get involved. He was supposed to sit on the side. I'm going to do it. Would you stop? I'm going to do it too. Folks, we're fixing to cry. Don't look. Everybody expected this little kid, looks like he's 10, 11, 12, supposed to sit on the sidelines and watch the rest of the family work out. But he wanted to work out.
Mhm.
And so he was doing boxing, so to speak, and the other guy had like mitts, and they were going slow. But you got to see that. We're going to video him. We're going to do an interview with him. He had form, and he was focused, and he was punching that mitt, and then he came with a right, and then they swooped over him. This kid, this special needs kid, who's not supposed to be able to do this, he did it,
Wow.
and he was there last night.
With love and patience, it made it happen.
That's
He's been there
magic.
now a little over a month, and to see him do this is amazing. But to see his father and his mother to sit there and watch that their baby
Mhm.
is getting treated just like any other child is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Well, and the difference that it's going to make in the life of that child that somebody believed in him.
Yes.
And
And he's up and he's moving and he's exercising. That's going to prolong his life.
absolutely.
So some of the special needs children are only to certain camps that can do certain things that they consider safe and comfortable with. Their parents reached out of the comfort zone. They brought him to a boxing gym. They're letting him box.
Wow.
You know?
Good for his parents.
Yes, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And that's the heart of Fearless Boxing. And that's why I want you to dive in to talk about June 24th, the boxing match, because every 2 to 3 months they want to have a boxing show, 30 plus fights. It's amateurs, 8 years old, 10 years old, 9 years old, 11 years old, men, women, boys, girls. There was a couple of girls. In fact, Victoria and her, oh my God, they wanted me to take a pre-fight picture. They were gorgeous young women. And then they saddled up and got ready to fight, and I got scared. They were mean. That one chick was having her hair braided up, and she looked mean. So Nate, the ring announcer, kind of said, oh, already. We'll see. Y'all go to your respective corners there. Tell them about it. And here's the thing. Tug at some heartstrings. We need sponsors. We need a $5,000 title sponsor. Man, we're going to blow you up with advertising. I'm going to give you some extra advertising on Montgomery County Lifestyle. We're going to get you so much. All the way down to just, we have booths for rent for $150, right?
Right.
Talk about it, man. Montgomery County needs to know about it.
Yeah.
And there is somebody mentioned a military company that sells T-shirts here in town that wanted somebody was going to make contact with them. I don't know who it is.
Probably J.R. Williams, the Fire Team Foundation.
Exactly what I'm thinking.
I don't know, but they're welcome to come. I will not charge their military booth for their military booth. They've already served that country. They don't have to pay anymore.
Well, that's probably J.R. Williams, the Fire Team Foundation. I talked to Johnny yesterday. He wants you to email him the logos and everything and how many you want, and then he'll figure out what he's going to do.
Okay.
That cool?
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and just remember too, it might be $150 or whatever, and you may not think that you're going to make a difference. That $150 can go a long ways in making the difference in the life of a child who's really needing to feel that love and the support that they're going to get at Fearless Boxing that maybe they haven't been able to get before. So, it's great exposure for you. You're being a part of the community. You're meeting new people. New people are learning your brand. And really, you're just sharing your heart, and you're making the difference in the life of kids in our community.
We had over 500 people last time that are inside of an air-conditioned place.
And it's hot outside.
Yeah. And the Army was giving out free dog tags, and I think they're going to do it again. And we would love all the recruiters to be there. They had one of the longest lines.
Yeah.
Then there was somebody who was charging a small fee for massages, right?
Massage
Oh, my
therapist.
God. She's begging. Can I come back? Can I come back? Can I come back? And then there was like,
And she hasn't signed up yet, so we still have a position available.
well, we better call her up. If you do first come, first serve, if you give those 5-10 minute massages. But if you sell inexpensive, nice jewelry, a friend of mine that does plexus said, well, sometimes those, I don't get the most sign up as much people at those. You know what though? For $150, it's going to a nonprofit. You can write that off. What if you get one or two people? One or two.
Yeah.
And we're talking about boxing, so most of the people are
Health
thinking
conscious.
about health conscious, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, just what else? What other?
T-shirt sales go
T-shirt
great
sales.
now. Hats, jewelry, candles.
Yeah, baseball moms and football
Yes.
moms, boy, we're still in baseball season. Football season's right around the corner. So if you make custom shirts or custom caps,
Right.
come out, set up a booth. There will be lots of parents, And what about boxer moms?
Yes.
They want to, don something that's going to support their kids. So
We would love someone that had an embroidery machine to come out, set up a booth, because
See?
people want to buy a hat,
there you
buy
go.
a shirt, embroidery it right then,
Exactly.
right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that sells.
Yeah.
It sells. Or I've seen airbrush painting on shirts. People buy it. People buy it.
Probably a face painter.
Face painting.
Face painters are good.
And they get 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks a however, whatever.
And
All
you know,
right.
Nathan, we're on the lake.
Yeah.
At
Right
Lake
up there by
Conroe
KOA campground.
So why would not one of the, like, what are they? The
Resorts.
the boats and jet ski rental places.
Oh, yeah.
Naughty Days and all that.
Why wouldn't
Because
they
a
come
lot
out
of these
and set
people
up
are
a
local,
booth
but a
and,
couple of hundred of these people come from Houston.
right,
So we want them to come back
right,
and come back into our community.
right.
Yep.
So we need sponsors like that. We need booth. We need sponsors. We need somebody to help us with the T-shirts. You need about 250 T-shirts. If somebody could have those made for free, we'll make you a huge sponsor. We'll give you lots of love, right? If you want to get a table of 8 is how much?
500.
So sponsor a table of 8, 500. You get to be in a VIP area. You don't get free beer, wine, but you get free food and you get free service. We're going to wait on you. We're going to have waiters and waitresses serve you.
Yeah, maybe we can even get Boudreaux to serve as a waiter on a table.
Boudreaux will do that at intermission. Boudreaux's going to be busy because his friend
Yeah.
Nathan is the ring announcer.
That's what I hear.
We talked about something else. What else did we need? We need somebody to help with breakfast and lunch.
Breakfast and lunch.
We had an Italian restaurant help out last time that I wasn't supposed to say the name, and I never said the name. But I do have a friend named Joe that owns a restaurant. That's really funny that I knew somebody that owned a restaurant, but I'm not saying who helped.
Oh my gosh, and it's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the coaches ate lunch and dinner out of it. So, all right. Well, it looks like we're going to be going now. So we will share everything on Montgomery County Lifestyle. And we thank you for being here, Nancy. Kristi, thanks for being here.
It was fun. Thanks for having
Sound
me.
cool?
Yeah.
Folks, we're going to share this tomorrow. Thank you for listening to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate on Lone Star Community Radio. It's your county, it's your life, and it is your style.
A Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, a Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. A Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.